gamer guys and gals, and welcome back to part 22 of my Let's Play Pokémon Colosseum. Last time, we finally found ourselves beating Venus and her little gaggle of enemies and discovering a secret Pokémon laboratory and subway, and got the U-Disc and our second time flute. Now, it was funny because several episodes ago when I was talking about Mount Battle, and this was long before I had started it, I had specifically said something along the lines of that I didn't think I was going to get through any area besides the first 10 for the story beats. And then I realized, that's a little bit wrong. You kind of need to be able to grind a little bit. Grinding is I almost want to say it's a necessity in this game. At least for the story position that we're at, due to the fact that I was almost 10 levels lower than Venus. And as you saw, I mean, I didn't exactly clean sweep her. I did lose a couple of Pokemon. I did, whatnot. But when I first fought her, when I was around level 35, 34, and she had level 45 Pokemon, I just got totally thwomped. She just smashed me out of the park, which was something that was kind of a bit unfortunate because it told me something that I had not even recalled from previously, is that you kind of do need to grind a little bit. So take this as a learning experience, as you have seen the last several episodes. When you get access to Mount Battle, you should probably do like the first couple of areas and then like pace yourself with the areas. Because also, as you saw, the first couple of areas don't give you much experience points because the Pokemon you're fighting are like level 18 through 20. They're lower level than your starters when you start the game, which kind of baffles me a little bit. Also, none of them are evolved, so they give even less experience points. I dare say that's one of the downfalls of this game. I know that during this time period, it was pretty usual or typical for you to need to grind in order to play an RPG well, but that doesn't mean that it is acceptable to me. I don't think grinding is a good thing in any game. Some people might disagree, and that's fine. You can totally disagree. You can disagree with me left, right, and center, but that doesn't mean you're right. The fact of the matter is that grinding takes time away from the main story. It takes time away from everything you would want to do in the game. So, with all that being said and aside, we're actually going to go about seeing if we can finally take the Colosseum challenge in this game. Alright, let's take the F-Disc Forward March. We might actually go... I don't think we need any, I don't think we need anything from the herbal shop. I'm going to check my items right when we get over there, though. We won't need it for the Colosseum, but we might need it for later. Alright, so items. Over here. Energy root, heal powder, revival herb. I think we've got a decent amount of healing items for the time being. Alrighty. Hello, welcome to the Under Colosseum. Would you like to enter a knockout challenge? Yes, we would. You'll enter? Wonderful. Will you be entering with the Pokemon in your party now? Yes, we would. I hope you give it your best and go for gold. And Rui must be left behind in this too. I guess Mount Battle is considered like a Colosseum challenge. It doesn't feel the same way to me, but I guess that's the reason why they justify Rui not going with us. And take a look at this Colosseum. The Colosseums in this game are awesome. Corm. I've been hearing that kids call you their hero. Hunter Corm would like to battle. Lombre and Clamperl. Yeah, so the very look and feel of these Colosseums, one of the reasons why I actually like Pokemon Sword and Shield, and I know this is going to be a bit of what folks would call a hot take, but one of the reasons why I like... Actually, you know what? We're gonna attack Clamperl first. Ooh, Fake Out. One of the reasons why I like Pokemon Sword and Shield is because of the gyms being replaced with giant stadium battles after you take upon yourselves to do these challenges that are unique to the game. It's very cool, and I personally enjoy it a lot. The Colosseum challenges in this game and the gym stadium like challenges in that game are very similar. The stadiums are similar. My only problem with that game compared to this game, and this is just very easily understandable, is that obviously more care went into designing these Colosseums and the way they look than went into those stadiums, which is unfortunate to say, because we're talking about a huge, massive game here, like a massive game franchise here. They should be more than apt and capable of doing all that they can to make the games bettered. It's the same conundrum that people have with things like, yeah, we're gonna wing attack you, Shadow Rush you. It's the same conundrum that people have with Call of Duty. And other massive video gaming franchises of the like. I bring up Call of Duty a lot because it's the best one to point fingers at, because it literally is the poster child of "we are lazy, here is your regurgitated crap." I don't necessarily believe, I wouldn't believe anybody who just says, flat out told me, oh, well, this is exactly what they do in Pokemon. Not really. Because a perfect example of this is the spin-offs. This is a spin-off game. It's not a regurgitated concept in Pokemon. Or it's just not. It's still an RPG. Yes, it still is. I'll grant you that. It still has its RPG-esque feeling. Oh, that's very close. Stantler is probably going to knock himself out. Yes, he did. Very unfortunate. It's actually kind of unfortunate. I'm thinking about getting rid of Altaria just because of the fact that I can't get a dragon move. I'm thinking that the Under Colosseum beating it... It's either the Under Colosseum or it's the Pyrite Colosseum. Whichever one, I'm not sure. You have to beat it 4 times in order to get the TM for Dragon Claw, which would be great. Ooh, Water Pulse. Water Pulse is slightly weaker, if I'm not mistaken, than Bubble Beam. Yeah, slightly weaker, just slightly. But Bubble Beam only has a 10% chance to lower speed, whereas Water Pulse has a 60% chance to... a 30% chance to confuse. We could just get rid of Supersonic, though. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of Supersonic because I am never going to use Supersonic. There was a couple of times where I did, and it was just specifically because I wanted the target confused and I had no other option. Alright, so we're going to do... Shoot, let's try out some Water Pulse. Altaria isn't bad, per se, especially because of how tanky he is and the ability to use Dragon Dance. Dragon Dance is an amazing boosting move. It can turn some zeros into heroes. Let's be honest there. But yeah, so going back to it. Oh, there we go, confusion. I think what we want to do is wing attack here, even though that's probably actually going to do less damage. We'll do one more Dragon Dance, and then we'll just start spamming Fly. This is kind of the problem with having Fly as your attacking move in this game. I would rather have wing attack on Altaria because it's like 5 base power less, or 10. It's either 60 or 65. We're going to check that in a moment after these battles. But it's either 5 or 10 base power less. And it's really just like, but you're taking 2 turns. If it was 90 base power in this game, it would be worth it, in a sense. Ooh, critical hit. Very nice. And we'll wing attack. Fly is going to destroy that Quillfish. And we'll be moving on. Yeah, so... yeah, I'm getting a lot of experience points because the Pokemon I'm fighting here are level 55. I'm technically not up to snuff with the levels, but this could be good. You've proved you're a hero. Don't forget about me. Under Colosseum Battle 2. And who are we facing? Hessel. So you beat Venus. Big deal. Don't be too pleased with yourself. Ryder Hessel would like to battle. Celio and Seadra. Big time water type Pokemon. Probably a good idea. In fact, it's probably a great idea to just get Gligar out of here. We don't want to just have them get knocked out every single battle. I do want 2 Intimidators on my team. If you haven't noticed this, Stantler is going to be on my team. I'm going to be keeping Stantler. At least for my first team, as I've said before. But what I'm going to be doing is getting a second Intimidator, because Intimidate is broken. You might be able to tell who the second Intimidator is going to be. Maybe? Hopefully? But it doesn't really matter, either way. Hyper Mode, Fever Pitch. We're going to keep him in Hyper Mode. Aura Beam. Oh. Oh. That's... I should have actually expected that. Such a waste. Alright. Espeon? At least with Espeon we could throw out a Reflect when we need it, but for now we could just be like Helping Hand and Shadow Rush. And this is basically just gonna annihilate his whole team. As long as it hits and crits. Level 56. His Pokemon are quite high level. Oh, come on. That was just... that's ridiculous. Aurora Beam. Who are you hitting? Wow. Stantler's attack fell. Oh, well. Let's Psybeam Celio. And... actually, let's Psybeam Seadra, because Seadra's faster here. We're going to get Stantler out of this, because we don't just want Stantler to instantly die constantly. Umbreon needs the experience point, so let's go ahead and bring him into the fray. We may or may not survive this knockout challenge. I totally underestimated the power of these Pokemon. Totally underestimated. Alright, Seadra's gone. Cool. That was a good bit of damage there. Alright, so now we're going to use Reflect. Aurora Beam. And hit Umbreon. Yeah, we're going to use Reflect. Oh gosh, Umbreon's attack fell. Alright, so Reflect. Can we use items in this? Apparently we can. Apparently we can. Vigoroth used Taunt. Oh Good grief. Alright, so we can't use Reflect. That's fantastic. I'm actually going to just pile drive straight into Vigoroth because Vigoroth is nuts. And he's attacking Espeon. It makes sense for him to attack Espeon. Hopefully we can KO him here. And we're not KOing him. Vigoroth is pretty fast, but I would have never imagined that he's faster than my Espeon. But then again, like he's over 10 levels higher, so that's kind of stupid that I would even consider that. Yeah, so going back to the massive conglomerates of Pokemon, I am not of the belief or understanding that Pokemon is just a tired old gaming franchise. I can't buy that. I just really can't buy that. And it has to do with the fact that there's so many different spin-offs and stuff, whereas Call of Duty has been the same, literally the same, for well over a decade. So I think Call of Duty is a better analog, but the fact of the matter is even if Call of Duty wasn't a good analog for this, even if, you know, oh, it's not that tired, the fact of the matter is that this is a child's game. This is a game that is supposed to be played by kids and enjoyed by kids. And that's their target audience. Their target audience isn't you and your thought process about whether or not you like this game or you care for this game or blah blah blah, or you care for this franchise or series. It's not the same thing. Whereas Call of Duty is aimed at a mature audience who aren't children, who need freshness and challenge and all these things in their games. Oh, we're pretty decently leveled here. Umbreon is getting a nuts amount of experience points. I like that we're getting through some of this, but again, I just don't think we're actually going to beat the challenge. Hopefully we do. It would be awesome if we did. Especially if I could get Stantler and Gligar some experience points. Alright, so let's do Wing Attack, Secret Power again. I'll probably go to Bite next turn, unless I really want Paralysis, but Secret Power. Alright, Paralyze? Maybe? Aw. At least he hurt himself in confusion. Yeah, so I've heard the arguments before. I kind of just don't care, per se, about the arguments because of the fact that a lot of them are just baseless. And they really are. A lot of them are just baseless arguments. A lot of them have to do with, well, I don't really care for this. I don't really care for the way this game is done and whatnot. Well, Sword and Shield had some problems. And I don't think that those problems are justified with it being how large of a franchise that Pokemon is. I'll grant you that. I'll absolutely grant you that. But I also don't think that it is as serious as people would assume or imagine. And this is one heck of a fight. We are getting our butts kicked by this Celio right now. It's funny because I don't really have very good options against water types. I had a grass type Pokemon in Meganium, but Meganium isn't exactly a great option against Celio because of his being a water ice type. One thing that could be a thought here is, even though I don't really care for electric types for the most part, it's not like I hate electric types, is that I could get an electric type on my team. But there's not very many good electric types in this game. Plusle is a non-factor, like a non-option for me. Alright, so we've got we've got another team down. We're going on to the third fight. Yeah, Umbreon has the experience share because Umbreon needs some experience. Player defeated Rider Hustle. Okay, you've convinced me, but I'm not the last in line. No, you're not. The Under Colosseum semi-final. Let's see if we can take this on. If we can honestly beat this, I might just go ahead and do like the Pyrite Colosseum. Shadow Pokemon? That's got nothing to do with me. Battle. Bodybuilder Taman would like to battle. Sent out Azumarill and Pelipper. Ooh. Do we see a problem here? Why is everybody's team water type based? It's actually kind of a little bit ridiculous. Alright, so what we're going to do is trade Pokemon out to Espeon. And then we're going to fight with Shadow Rush. Who is the bigger threat here? That's the question. I think that Pelipper is the bigger threat when it comes to special attacks, but Azumarill is very bulky and might be annoying. Let's just strike Pelipper and see what happens here. Espeon. They should both go for the Gligar spot, though. A critical hit. Very nice. Very nice. Double team. Ooh. Ooh, this kind of team. The Azumarill used double team. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We are actually going to set up... I want to set up a Reflect, and then just go for the Shadow Rush on Azumarill first. Next turn, I'm going to Helping Hand... Well, I don't know if I should do that. Maybe I should just spam both Pokemon on one. Oh, attack missed. This is the reason why you can't let these teams set up. However, depending on how often she tries setting up, it could be beneficial for us in a way. In a way. Alright, so what we're going to do here is, let's go Psybeam, Shadow Rush, because I do think Pelipper is the more dangerous foe here. Definitely has the higher special attack. Alright, let's see if... Okay, they both hit. Awesome. Pelipper is gone. Awesome. We might actually... In fact, I think, depending on if she sends out a physical attacker, we might be switching out Stantler to switch him back in for Intimidate. I think that's actually a very good idea. We could hedge our bets and say that Azumarill doesn't have an Ice-type attack. Okay, double team. We really got to take care of Azumarill. She's probably going to spam a double team on all of her Pokemon. So what we're going to do here is... Yep, Psybeam. Yeah, we're not going to take out Stantler because... The fact of the matter is that she doesn't have physical attackers here. Azumarill is probably her strongest Pokemon physically, and Azumarill doesn't exactly have good physical or special attack. We do have Swift also that would allow us to hit regardless, but the problem with Swift is that it's kind of not that great. Bubble Beam. That's unfortunate. Alright, so what we can do... it's not a good idea to use Helping Hand at all, because we want to attack as many times as we can without worrying about missing so much. Like, we just missed. Okay, critical hit, please. Yes. If we had hit with both of those, Azumarill probably would have fainted. Yeah, she's just going to spam double team until she gets 3 or 4 double teams per Pokemon, which is okay for us, in a way. I'm pretty sure Stantler is gone, though. Kind of unfortunate here. We could hedge our bets. I'm sending out Altaria because we could... I want to hedge my bets here and say that that Pokemon doesn't have an Ice-type move. Hopefully. So what we're going to do here is Psybeam. Dragon Dance. Awesome. If she doesn't have an ice type attack or a move that can easily deal with my Altaria, and I don't think she does, we could just Dragon Dance a couple of times and then start spamming Helping Hand and Fly. Confusion. And yeah, that did decent damage. Not gonna lie. We kind of don't need Reflect up, so that really doesn't matter. Yeah, we could just do... Well, you know what? Yeah, we're just gonna do Side Beam into that. Dragon Dance. Mirror move is such a useless move because you can't choose who it mirrors, you know? So it's not really that great. Kirlia use Confusion. I kind of want to start spamming Fly because we don't want Altaria to get to the point where, oh, come on, are you kidding? A 10% chance. Are you kidding? All right, let's just go Fly. We're just gonna spam Fly here. Helping Hand. I don't know how this interaction works here. If this will actually give the Helping Hand to the next turn. Yeah, well, that's great. We're definitely gonna heal up Altaria next turn with our Espeon. Yeah, that doesn't matter whatsoever. We're going to heal up with our Espeon slot because we're in a difficult battle here, and I kind of want to just blow through this. Alright, so we're going to Fly. Alright, cool. Let's hope Confusion does not work. Yeah, we're going to have to use Reflect. Reflect. Hurt himself in Confusion. That is fantastic, of course. 10% chance to confuse. If it was me, I would never get the Confusion off. I'm kind of glad, though, that neither one of her Kirlia or Noctowl used a bunch of double teams. So we still have a chance here. Alright, Helping Hand. Fly. Can this work? Please. Yeah, this is one of the problems with Fly, though, is we are confused. So there's two chances for our one move to be just taken out because of Confusion, and it's really kind of dumb. Okay, but nothing really. Get it together. We're gonna have to heal up both our Pokemon if we want to stay in this. Oh, never mind. Espeon, you are gone. We're gonna use Confuse Ray. We're bringing out Umbreon. We're using Confuse Ray. Alright. Confuse Ray. 2 can play at that dumb game. Can play at that dumb game. At least we have Reflect up for a little bit. Alright, we're going to confuse both her Pokemon. 2 can play at that game. And I will continue to play. Hopefully Altaria snaps out of Confusion soon. I mean, it should be soon. Let's go fly. Snapped out of confusion. Thank you. I am so very happy that we have snapped out of confusion. Umbreon's attack missed. That's okay. We'll be using it next turn. No more reflect though. That's unfortunate. Alright. Confuse Ray. And fly. Attack missed. Noctowl has really poor physical attack. Curlia snapped out of confusion. It took me 5-6 turns, but you know, why not? Why not? Alright, fly. Hopefully, Altaria finally hits this fly, so we can move on. And let's just start using Bite, shall we? Yep. Don't need it to hit. Don't need it, don't want it. It's super effective. We're KOing Curlia next turn with Umbreon. Alright. And let's fly up high and attack Noctowl. At least the confusion against the opponent is working well. This is the reason why I built my team to be the way it is, because the game is not fair. It just kind of never is. And Pokemon Colosseum is much harder than the average Pokemon game, I would definitely say. Just trying to learn Mean Look. Do we want Mean Look, though? Fixes the target with a look that prevents escape. There are very few moments in this game where the enemy will swap Pokemon, so we're not going to bother with this. And we have finished off this team. This was a slog. It was actually kind of a little bit annoying, though, because of the fact that our confusion was just... It was working very well against us. This is giving me tons of experience points for all of my Pokemon. Aw, I wish I had Shadow Pokemon of my own. Under Colosseum Final. Let's see where we can go with this one now. Krebel, Mistress Venus. Street performer Krebel would like to battle. Does she have 6 Pokemon? Gorobus and Kecleon. This is probably going to be kind of a really tough fight. Gorobus, there's no chance that Gorobus doesn't have an ice type move, so we're actually going to be getting... Alright, so she only has 4 Pokemon, that's good. We're going to be switching out Gligar to Espeon again. We're actually going to be switching out Stantler for Umbreon right now. He is our resident tank, but I have a feeling she's going to have a lot of physical attackers, or at least a few. I don't know for a fact because it's been an awful long time since I've played this Colosseum, but we've made it a lot farther than I thought we would. Waterfall. It's a special attack. Espeon has decent special defense, and it did that much damage. Gosh, it's dumb. So, what we're gonna do... Confuse Ray. Confusion is probably our best bet here. Alright, so Gorbis is now confused. Hopefully Gorbis hurts itself in confusion. Great. Awesome. That's unfortunate. Well, Espeon, you have not really served a good purpose in this fight, but we will try our best to avenge your demise. Again, there's no chance that that Gorbis doesn't have an Ice-type move, or we would just come out here and spam Dragon Dance and sweep. That's probably our best bet. It really is probably our best bet. Hypnosis. Hypnosis, though. If that actually hits, that could be fantastic. Let's use another Confuse Ray. Oh, and it hit. Pretty sure it only has, what, 60 hit in this game? I'm very pleased with that. We'll probably use Hypnosis next turn on Gorbis. You know what's funny? Because I had a Pokemon with Yawn, and I gave that Pokemon up for the sole fact that, like, I want to say it's just better to have better Pokemon than it is to have, you know, okay Pokemon. Okay, so Hypnosis. How did both those hit? Is it a 70 accuracy? Because that would make a significant difference. It would be less of a coin toss. The closer you are to 50, the more of a coin toss it is. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to start spamming Shadow Rush. Hopefully, they don't wake up anytime soon, and Stantler goes into Hyper Mode. Because that's pretty much what's going to benefit us there. Is the crits with Shadow Rush. Yeah, Gorbis is taking no damage. Virtually. We need to get Gorbis out of here because she is a very strong special attacker. Kecleon, however, has been brutally nerfed. Alright, so they're both still sleeping. Come on. Yes. Confusion has not been our downfall this battle. Again, this is actually quite terrifying. Like, this is incredible. We're getting to the point where it could be that I beat this. Gorbis flinched. Awesome. Is confused. Awesome. Awesome. Let's go Shadow Rush here. Secret Power here. Awesome. Snapped out of confusion. Gorbis is gone. Yes. Umbreon is getting a ton of experience points. Vileplume. Vileplume probably has some pretty annoying moves. A critical hit. Is it going to paralyze? Okay, no. Confusion? Oh, bind. Who cares? Oh, and it missed. It missed. All right, so what we're going to do here... I wish you could check the moves parameters here. In fact, we're going to go ahead and check the moves parameters, period. Because I want to know 60% accuracy. Is it likely it's going to hit again, though? Is it really likely? You know what we could do? Hypnosis. Secret Power. Oh, it missed. It wasn't likely that it was going to hit. We could put her last two Pokemon to sleep. Try to, at least. Confuse them, do all the whole 9 yards. And get Altaria out here. And start spamming. Attract. Oh, man. That's terrifying. Alright, so we're going to have to... does she have Attract on both her Pokemon, though? That's unfortunate. Let's try and see. Alright, so Confuse Ray. I probably should have did Confuse Ray on Vileplume. Oh, that's an incredible amount of damage. Again, we're fighting Pokemon that are evolved and well over 10 levels higher than our Pokemon right now. The fact that we're even making it at all is incredible to me. Ah, Stun Spore, are you kidding? Alright. I kind of want to spam Dragon Dance, but the problem is that I know exactly what's going to happen. We're going to be paralyzed. I should have used Safeguard. Safeguard, you know what we're going to do? Heal Powder. Sharpedo is confused. Surf. This is going to hurt. At least Sharpedo doesn't have a... Okay, it didn't hurt nowhere near as much as I thought it was going to. Safeguard. Awesome. Ally covered by a Veil. So Attract still works through the Veil. That's really ridiculous. We're going to Dragon Dance. And then we are going to Taunt. Oh, come on. Altaria might have been our best bet here. Mantine. Mantine is immune to the Attract. And Razor Leaf. Avoided the attack. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to switch out Umbreon here. We're going to Wing Attack. And switch out to Stantler. I almost want to use a Revival Herb on Altaria, because I still think Altaria is our best bet. But I also kind of just don't, for the simple fact that it's a little bit cheesy. We've already used enough items, I think. We'll see, we'll see. Super effective, did next to nothing. Fantastic. Hurt himself in confusion. We don't really have to worry about Razor Leaf doing a ton of damage, but alongside Sharpedo, though, that's the problem. Let's go Hypnosis. Oh, come on. Sharpedo, and he takes out Stantler. Let's bring Gligar into this mess. Wing Attack is doing nothing. It's going to take us like 5 more turns to KO Vileplume. And it failed because both the other Pokemon I have are female. Just like how it should fail in real life. Alright, Surf. I think she's going to start spamming like Surf and Razor Leaf because it just kind of makes sense. Gligar is gone. Alright, so I have an idea here. I think I'm going to have to do Revival Herb with Altaria. Because Altaria is... I don't know, though, because Vileplume's just going to use Attract. Alright, Mantine. Bite. The Surf is not going to KO, so that's okay. Unless he crits. Double down on Vileplume. Hopefully we can KO Vileplume this turn. Would be nice. Ooh, a critical hit. We did not need the critical hit, I don't think. But I'm happy for it. Vileplume is gone. We have exactly one Pokemon left. Umbreon is gaining tons of experience points and is becoming the tank that Umbreon always wanted to be. So here's the thought here. We kind of want to use an Energy Root on Umbreon and then use Confuse Ray. Sounds perfect to me. We're probably going to have to heal up Mantine next turn. Yeah, Mantine's in the position where if Sharpedo decided to use Bite, Mantine would probably faint to that. Alright, so... yes, let's use one more Energy Root. We're definitely going to buy some more herbs after this fight. And then we're going to go ahead and use Secret Power. Sharpedo's defenses are pretty abysmal. Like, abysmal. We've pretty much won this fight. I would dare say that my use of items in this Colosseum was justified. My opponent is anywhere between 12 and 15 levels higher than me. I think that's acceptable at this point. Secret Power, well, he's going to resist Bite, so let's just use Secret Power. I remember distinctly that Rough Skin did a whole lot more than it does in this, but maybe I'm just remembering wrong. Sharpedo fainted. Player defeated street performer Krebel. I failed. Mistress Venus. Rui is standing exactly where we left her. Congratulations, you're the champion. You battled fabulously. I would say that's, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I would say that's a little bit of an understatement because we just literally beat Pokemon that were 12 to 15 levels higher than us, on average. Please accept your cash prize of 7,472. And as a victory prize, please also accept this TM37. And let's go ahead and see what TM that is. Not the PDA, thank you. And that TM is Sandstorm. I would dare say that's pretty much pointless. Yeah, all our Pokemon are healed up. We're going to go ahead and save. And we are going to go ahead and go to the herbal shop. So that turned out to be quite more fortuitous than I had hoped. I almost want to say that because we easily and readily defeated that Colosseum at the upper level 50s, that we could take on the Colosseum in Pyrite, which literally has level 50 Pokemon. I was not expecting that. We don't need energy powder. Let's go ahead with another, 6 of you. Let's go with 3 of you. Let's go with 4 of you. We are finito. All right, everybody. I think that was a well played, a well done episode. And yes, we only got through a Colosseum battle and a little bit of discussion, but we got through a really tough Colosseum battle. That was quite exceptional. I was not expecting the Under Colosseum to be that much of a level hike, but what's funny is that if we were to go fight it again, they would probably all be in the level 60s, because that's just how this game's Colosseums work. When we originally fought the Pyrite Colosseum, they were in 30s, and now they're in the 50s. I mean, they're not all that extreme in their level hikes, because the difference is that you're not really supposed to go back and re-challenge the Colosseums, because they don't want you to overtly grind. It's the reason why Mount Battle gives you such weak Pokemon in the lower levels, specifically for, and very specifically for, the fact that they don't want you to grind to absurd levels where you can just trivialize the game. Because as you're seeing, we're not exactly trivializing this game at all. At all. So there's that to consider and to take into account. But I want to thank you for joining me, and hopefully you enjoyed the content, and hopefully you will stick around, like, subscribe, share, do all those wonderful things, ring the bell. Help me to grow and reach more audiences so that folks can join us on these wholesome gaming runs, and we can start some discussions. But until next time, everybody, I hope that you have a great and glorious day gaming. I'll see you then.